Hello everyone, this is Yamin and welcome to Laravel Hospital Management System project tutorial. In the previous tutorial, we showed the doctor image and their details over here. Now in this tutorial, we are going to let the user make their appointment from here. Now the logged in user and also the user that is not logged in, both of them will be able to make an appointment. So they will ask for the appointment and the admin will decide whether to accept or cancel the appointment. So first of all, we are going to just make some changes over here. Here you can see general health. So instead of general health, we'll say the doctor name over here so that the user can choose that doctor from here. So for it, let's go back to our code and we'll directly go to users, then we'll go to home.blade.php, and if you go down, you can see that we inherited the appointment .blade.php over here. So now we'll go to our appointment.blade.php, and here you can see the full name, email address and the date, and here you can see the department and the number and the message field. So instead of department, we'll have our doctor name over here, and obviously we will not write them statically. We'll get the doctor name from our database, and if you go to our controller and then home controller.blade.php, here you can see we already send the doctor details to our home page before. So we are just going to mention a for each loop over here. We'll say at the rate of for each, then inside it we'll say dollar doctors as dollar doctor as dollar doctors, and this for each loop int will after this option. So we'll say at the rate of int for each, and inside this we'll say the doctor name, we'll give 2 bracket, then we'll say dollar doctor, then this arrow sign, then we'll say name. So it will take show us the doctor name, and also here in the value you can see in the value we'll also paste the same thing. We'll say dollar doctor name. So if you save it and if we refresh now, here you can see the doctor name, all the doctor name that we added over here you can see. Okay, now let's also show the doctor specialty over here as well. So for it, we'll just let me just copy this, Control C, and let me just give some gap over here, then I'll paste it again, and here we are going to say specialty, specialty. So if we save it and if we refresh now, you can see the specialty over here as well. So you can just write it a little bit a better way. Over here we can just say specialty is CIALITI, specialty, like this. If we save it and if we refresh, you can see it like this. Yamin specialty skin, Shakil specialty heart, John specialty heart, Joy specialty eye. So now the user will be able to see the doctor and doctor name and the specialty as well. Now let's also make it a little bit better. Let's add another option over here. We are going to say option, and inside it we are just going to say select doctor, and save it, Control S, and let's refresh. Okay, you can see select doctor. Now it looks a little bit better. Now if you want to upload those data to the database, so we need to create a table first. So let's go back to our command prompt, and over here we are going to say php artisan make, then clone model, and let's say our table name will be appointment, 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 and we'll give -m, then it will also create a migration. So if we press enter, you can see model created successfully, migration is also created. So if you go to our code and if you go to app, then models, you can see appointment.php, and if you go to our database, then migrations, here you can see appointment table over here. So here we are going to add some new column. So let me just say over here, let's say dollar table, then this arrow sign, we are going to say string, and first of all we'll have the name, username, then let's say it will be nullable, and after this let me just copy this line, Control C, and okay, let me check how many field we have. 3 4 5, okay, total of 6 field over here. So let me just 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, after name we'll have the user email, then we'll have the user phone number. After phone, let's say we'll have the doctor. You can say doctor name or anything. I'll just go with the doctor. And after this we'll have the date. After date we'll have the message. We'll say message. Okay, now we'll have one more extra field over here. Now okay, now we'll say over here status, status. Now normally whenever user submit the request for appointment, it will be in progress, and the admin will decide whether to accept or cancel the appointment. So and we'll have one more extra field, which is let's say here user underscore id. Now this we are using this user id for the logged in user. So I think everything is okay, so let me save it. And now we need to migrate this table. So for it we need to say php artisan migrate, and if you press enter, you can see migration is successful. Now let's go to our database and let's refresh. So here you can see we have a new appointment field over here, and all the column that we added. Now let's go back to our code and we'll go to appointment.blade.php, and we'll directly go to over here. You can see a form. So we'll keep this class. So after class we are going to say action, and we'll say method, and we also need to add the csrf field, csrf, to upload data. So in the action, okay, let's write the method first. A method will be post, since we want to upload data to the database. Now in the action we are going to say url, and inside it we'll say let's say just appointment, and let's save it, Control S. Now we'll go to web.php and create this URL. Okay, but before that let me just give the input field name over here. Let's say here name equal to name. Now for email, name equal to email, and after email we have the date here. So let's say name equal to date, and this is for the doctor, right? So let's say here select name is equal to doctor, and we have two more field. One is number, so let's say name equal to number, and here the message. So here you can see name equal to message already. So let's save it, Control S. Now we are going to go to our web.php to create this URL. So let's go to our route, then web.php, and let me just copy this route, Control C, then Control V, and here we'll say appointment, appointment, and let's say our function name will be appointment as well, appointment, appointment, and we'll use the home controller. So let's save it, Control S. Now we'll go to our home controller, and here we are going to create a function. So we are going to say public, then function, then appointment, and inside this first bracket we are going to say request $request, and let's keep to second bracket, and inside it first of all we'll declare a variable. Let's say here $data. You can declare any variable. After this we need to mention our table name, which is appointment, and since we want to use the appointment table, so we need to add the appointment table model at the top. So let me just copy this, Control C and Control V, and here we need to say appointment, appointment, appointment. Now the model name always will be capital. Now let's go down, and here we are just going to say $data, this arrow sign. Now let me just go to our table, and here you can see we have the name. So we'll say here name, which is coming from the database, then equal, we'll say $request, then this arrow sign, and we want to request the name that we input over here. So for it, so this name will come from the appointment.blade.php, and here you can see our name equal to name. So let me just say over here name. So let me just copy this and I'll paste it 8 times. 2 3 4 4 5 6 7 8. So after name we have, let's say email, and it will be email as well, and we have after name email, let's say date, and now we'll have the phone. In the database we write phone, and in the web appointment.blade.php we write it the name as number. After, now this one will be, let's say, message. Okay, we have one more field which is the doctor, and we have actually two more field. If we go to our database, here you can see status and user ID. So since the user applying for or requesting for the appointment, so by default it will be in progress. So I will say over here status. We don't have to give the request, dollar request over here. We'll give two single quotation, and inside it we are just going to say in progress. So, and so the last one we'll call it user ID. So we'll say user underscore ID equal, it will be so user ID equal, we'll say here auth to double clone, then we'll say the table name which is user, then we'll say this arrow sign ID. So the thing is, if the user is not logged in, then it means the user do not have any auth ID. So this line will actually throw us a error. So here we are just going to give a if condition. If we'll say auth double clone ID, then to first bracket, it means if the auth ID exists, only then count this. Okay, so it means if the auth ID exists, only then it will store a ID in this user ID column. So now we need to save it. So we'll say dollar data, then this arrow sign, we'll say save. So let's save it now, Control S. Now let's go back to our browser and let's just refresh. Okay, let's give the name. Let's say here name test. Let's say email will be test. Now this is for a user who is not logged in. Let's give a date as well, and let's say, yeah, here let's give a phone number, random phone number, and let's say test in the message. So if you click submit request, okay, here you can see in the URL slash appointment, and now if we refresh over here in the database, you can see that we have the name, email, phone number, the doctor name which is Yahya, then date, the message, status is in progress, and we do not have any user ID because this is a user that is not logged in. Now let me just fix it. So after saving the data, we want to stay on the same page. So we'll say return, then redirect, and we'll say back. So let me save it and let's refresh. Let me just remove it. Let's refresh and let's just write the name again. Let's say DDD, just random date, doctor random phone number, and let's enter a message. Let's click submit request. Okay, we are now on the same page. Now let's try to book an appointment for our logged in user. So let's now log in first, and let's give the user, let's give the password, click login. Okay, we are now currently logged in. So let's say here in the full name we'll say, let's say user, and let's give the email which is user, and let's give a random date, select a doctor, let's give a phone number, and let's say message something random. Let's click submit request. Okay, now let's go back, now let's go to our database and let's check if it stored the user ID or not. So let's refresh here. So here you can see it stored the user ID which is 3. Now if we go to our users table, you can see that users ID is actually 3. So let me just explain it again. Here we are actually first checking if there is any auth ID, if means if there is any logged in. If there is any user logged in only, then it will execute this line of code, otherwise it will not execute this line. So let me just return a message so that user can understand that appointment request is successful. So we'll say with, then here we are going to say message, and we are going to give a comma, and here we'll just say appointment request successful. Successful, we'll contact with you soon. We contact with you soon. Save it. Now we want to show the message, let's say at the top over here probably. So now we'll go to our home.blade.php. So let's go to our user, then home.blade.php, and we'll add the message over here after this header part. So we already did the message part in the previous tutorial on. So let me just copy that portion of code from there. So we'll go to add doctor.blade.php, and actually over here you can see we added the success message over here. So let me just copy this if condition from here to here, Control C, and then we'll go to home user home.blade.php, and we're going to paste it over here. Now here you can see, let me just explain it again. From the home controller we are actually sending the message, which is this one, and in the home.blade.php here you can see if it has any message. Now this message is actually this one, so if there is any message, then it will show the message, and this if condition int over here. So let's save it, and let me just refresh again, and let me just add a user. Let's say user again, and we'll say email address, which is user@gmail.com. let's give the password, select a doctor, let's give the number, and let's give a message. If you click submit request, you can see appointment request successful, will contact with you soon, and there is also a close button over here. So this is it for this tutorial. Now in the next tutorial we'll add a my appointment option at the top, and only the logged in user will be able to see the my appointment option. If the user is not logged in, then they will not be able to see that option. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you understand everything really clearly, and if you have any confusion or if you face any problem, then let me know in the comment section. I will surely reply you back, and thanks again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and stay tuned, stay healthy.